Hey, this is Ming here. I was watching Matt Wolfe's video on how to put yourself into models with Replicate, and a lot of people had questions, so here is just an addendum for him. He's got a great channel. Subscribe, give some good information. This is what I made in the program Draw Things, using a model trained on my images in Replicate through Matt Wolfe's information that he gave. So check him out, find that video, which I'll probably put in the link in the description below. But you can see the quality that Draw Things right off the bat, but more so Flux. And this is Flux Developer. So there's Flux Schnell, which is the faster version, which you can get by with like 2 steps for rendering. This one was about 40, I think, that I used. It takes a longer time, certainly, but the quality is really, really high. And so during the training and that particular Luca AI Toolkit location, at the end of the training, you actually do get this page, and it says output, and you don't actually have to put your information into Hugging Face, meaning that you don't have to take the model that you've created based on his video and put it into Hugging Face. That's an option. It's something that people may wish to do, so that it can be rendered within Hugging Face and you don't have to worry about your own hardware and so forth. You will get this. It's called download weights at the end of your process. The process comes out and outputs a specific model, a safe tensor file, and this is the actual output that you will get to your hard drive. So this is the LoRa model, the one that's flux_train. That's whatever you name it. So that's what you're going to get, is whatever you particularly name that. And for this particular one, it was like 170 some megabytes. So LoRa models are really small, which is great for working. And anytime that you get lost, you just go to your dashboard and you scroll on down to where it says recent trainings, if you ever need to find it again. And you'll find the ID and the model and so forth. And you click on that and that'll take you to the page where you can download your model. Here's a few things that you have to keep in mind when you're wanting to render out your images in a model like Flux. So in this particular case, we're using 1024 by 1024 images. You want large, you want quality. What you saw in the beginning was a 1024 by 1024 image rendered out in Draw Things using Flux Developer. Make your training images 1024 by 1024. Make them PNG. And this is for Replicate, just so you understand. Then make their names consistent with your trigger word. Like in here, my example that I'm giving you is MKTS. Typically, you want a trigger word to be something that isn't a common word or something that itself will be confused with in the rendering, meaning you won't say book 1 or something like that, because then book is actually rendered as an item. You give it a name that doesn't actually have an analog in the real world. Let's put it that way. So if I use MKTS as my trigger word, then the files that I will be using for my images, so of my face, and maybe just about chest upward. You don't want to do a lot of long distance photos and so forth. You want things that are going to bring the detail of your face and a lot of different profiles, different positions, smiling and not. So the files will be named MKTS person1.png. You could also make it MKTS male, female, whatever else you wish. And then you name each one of those like that, and these are your files of your portraits, your images, 1024 by 1024. Use this format right here, MKTS person 1, MKTS person 2. My whole trigger word actually will be MKTS person in this particular case, MKTS person. You will also name your folder that you are going to compress and upload to Replicate with the name MKTS person. So whatever your trigger word is, name it that. It's just easier to do, to get that all organized. And then in your row program of choice, your example prompt here would be MKTS person, male, space warrior, cinematic lighting. Mine, to render what I got, was far more complex. But this gives you an idea, and it lets the program of choice work well. You can see the quality that comes out is pretty high. It's really surprising. And you can get some good quality using the Chanel model. Chanel is just faster, but if you want really high-end quality, this is what you're going to get. And if you want more information about using Draw Things, I know they have Comfy UI. I don't typically use Comfy UI, and the reason isn't because it's node-based, it's because it's node-based that doesn't give you immediate feedback. So I use DaVinci Resolve, I've used Nuke, I use a lot of programs, even way back in the day with Shake, where a node-based structure was the cat's meow. I mean, we just loved having something that we could then modify just a particular node and it would change everything. But the issue with Comfy UI is it's not immediate. You don't get to change a value in the node and immediately see a result. That's the structure that you get with DaVinci Resolve in their node-based system, Nuke and so forth. You see the feedback immediately. Comfy UI also has an issue with having viruses injected. There's been a YouTube video recently showing about how this was actually done in the wild, especially if you don't know the source of where you're getting your workflows from. So I typically stay away from that. I tend more towards automatic 1111 or Draw Things, which is my program of choice. But that's it. And Replicate is fantastic. So even if you're paying $5 for a model, look at that. You've got that model for forever, right? So I think that's very cheap, and I think they're a great source for training models. I mean, look how this came out. It's fantastic. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Thank you.